Welcome back, talking with Dennis Miller. So let's talk about the war itself.
Well, you know, Jay, listen, I'm not, it is stupid for anybody in the world to say they're for war. But I am for this war because, you know, we got to protect ourselves now. And we got to remind the world that there is a point that we will not be pushed past before the hammer comes down. Now, the simple fact is, do I think Saddam Hussein can bury the nuclear jumper from the top of the key? No, I don't. He's a putz. But I do think he can distribute the ball going down the lane. And I think we got to smack him around. It's time to circle the SUVs. And you know something, Jay? The simple fact is, you got to view this war like we've been on a long family car ride. And Bush is the father. And he's been screaming, don't make me come back there, for around 200 miles now. And it just reached a point where we had to pull the car over, and the bad kid is going to get the spanking of his life. You know something? It was simply... It's just time to get off the Pol Pot. And you know something?
The Pol Pot?
Yeah, there's a little dictator joke for you there. Listen, we waited too long on the Nazis, and if we know anything, it's that history tends to repeat itself. If we know anything, it's that history tends to repeat itself.
Right, exactly.
And you know,
like Pol Pot.
Yeah, we can't wait that long this time. And now we got people whining about how long the war's taking. For God's sakes, it's been 2 weeks. You know, it took Joe Millionaire 8 weeks to pick Zora. And you know what? He didn't even enter her Baghdad.
But he got to her Pol Pot, old man.
Yeah. Hey, folks, don't worry about this war. Our boys are in there. They're rocking the Casbah. They're kicking ass and taking hyphenated names. And, you know, it's only a matter of time till one of these kids gut shots big bad voodoo Baghdadi. Yeah. And, you know, something I would encourage the boys, though, not to rip down all those big wall portraits of Hussein, because you got to remember, pretty soon we're going to need a headstone for my main man's grave. And you might want to save one of them for him.
Well, how about the whole oil thing?
Well, can you believe we get 5% of our oil from Iraq? That blows my mind. What about Alaska? Is Alaska just off the charts forever? We're never going to do anything with it? Why? Because the caribou live there? The caribou? I didn't even know what it was. I had to look it up. It's a huge North American reindeer. This is a reindeer who couldn't make the show. And we've given them their own state. I just think some of this environmental stuff is a little... You know, I know you got to be careful, but some of it's overplayed, like global warming. Now, I wanted to look into this. I'm a parent, so I researched it. There's a lot of differing data, but as far as I can gather, over the last 100 years, the temperature of this planet has gone up 1.8 degrees. Am I the only one who finds that amazingly stable? You know, 1.8, I could go back to my hotel room tonight and futz with a thermostat for 3 to 4 hours. I could not detect that difference. I'm kind of glad it went up I'm always a little chilly anyway. You know, so then people say, what about your kids? And I go, well, it's another 1.8. Then they give you, what about your kids' kids? 3.6. I just tell them we moved to Phoenix. You know, I just want to say that you don't get a chance for a forum like this. And listen, God knows that we've got things that we've got to perfect in this country. But there's enough people downplaying it right now. And I want to go so far against that. I want to thank the president. I want to thank the troops and say, God bless you for doing the tough job, which allows us to sit here and do the easy jobs, like be on the Tonight Show and talk about it. Thank you very much.
Dennis Miller, thank you, Dennis. Be right back with it's going to barricade AJ. Dennis Miller.